Hola! Today we will be learning the conjugation of the preterite tense. In order to talk about past actions, Spanish has two past tenses, while English only has one. The preterite tense is one of the two simple past tenses in Spanish. It is used to talk about concrete, completed actions in the past. In this conjugation, AR verbs have one set of endings, and ER and IR verbs share the second set of endings. Let's review the steps for conjugating verbs. Step 1. Take off the ending. Step 2. Keep the stem of the verb. Step 3. Add the ending that corresponds to the subject. Here are the endings used to conjugate regular verbs in the preterite tense. Verbs ending in AR: astes, o, amos, astes, aron. Verbs ending in ER and IR: iste, yo, imos, istes, yeron. Let's conjugate the verbs lavar and barrer as examples. Lavar. Take off the ending AR. Keep the stem of the verb. Add the ending that corresponds to the subject. Yo lavé, tú lavaste, usted, él, ella lavó, nosotros, nosotras lavamos, vosotros, vosotras lavasteis, ustedes, ellos, ellas lavaron. Note the accent mark on the first and third person singular endings. These are important in order to distinguish between present and preterite tense. See if you can hear the difference. Lavo, lavó, lavo, lavó, lavo, lavó. In the first, lavo, the emphasis of the voice is on the a, and it translates to I wash, present tense. In the second, lavó, the emphasis of the voice is on the accented o, and it translates to he, she, you formal, washed, past tense. One accent mark makes all the difference. And now let's conjugate the verb barrer. Take off the ending ER, keep the stem of the verb, add the ending that corresponds to the subject. Yo barrí, tú barriste, usted, él, ella barrió, nosotros, nosotras barrimos, vosotros, vosotras barristeis, ustedes, ellos, ellas barrieron. Here are some examples in context. Después de comer, yo lavé los platos y barrí el piso. After eating, I washed the dishes and swept the floor. Ella no lavó los platos ni barrió el piso. She neither washed the dishes nor swept the floor. Also note that the first person plural, nosotros, endings are the same as the present tense for AR and IR verbs, and you'll have to use the context to know which one is meant. There should be no confusion for ER verbs since those endings are different. Present tense versus preterite tense. Nosotros siempre llamamos a mamá los domingos. We always call mom on Sundays. Nosotros llamamos a mamá el domingo pasado. We called mom last Sunday. Nosotros no sacudimos el polvo nunca. We never dust. Nosotros no sacudimos el polvo ayer. We didn't dust yesterday. Nosotros barremos el patio. We sweep the patio. Nosotros barrimos el patio. We swept the patio. Some verbs require a spelling change in order to maintain consistent pronunciation of their consonants. These spelling changes follow consistent patterns, and in fact, you have seen some of them before when you learned pluralization and some of the present tense verbs. In the preterite, these spelling changes are limited to the yo forms. Z changes to C before I and before E. You should remember this from Spanish 1 when you learn pluralization. Luz, singular, versus luces, plural. In the preterite, this happens in the yo form of verbs whose infinitive end in sar. For example, cruzar, to cross. Yo crucé la calle, tú cruzaste la calle. ¿Por qué cruzó la calle la gallina? Empezar, to begin. Yo empecé, tú empezaste, él empezó, todos empezamos juntos. Hard G to GU. This happens in the yo forms of verbs whose infinitives end in gar. For example, pagar, to pay. Yo pagué mis impuestos. Tú pagaste tus impuestos. La compañía internacional pagó sus impuestos. Hard C to QU. This happens in the yo forms of verbs whose infinitives end in car. For example, buscar, to look for. Yo busqué un buzón de correos. Tú buscaste un buzón de correos. Buscamos un buzón para mandar una carta. Sacar, to take out. Yo saqué la basura ayer. Tú sacaste la basura anteayer. Él no sacó la basura, es su turno hoy. Intervocalic I to accented I and Y. This happens in verbs that end in EER and UIR, as well as oír, because the I in the endings either needs an accent mark so it doesn't become a diphthong, or needs to change to a Y to separate the strong vowels of the stem from the ending. Creer, to believe. Yo lo creí, I believed it. Tú lo creíste. Ella lo creyó. Nosotros lo creímos. Vosotros lo creísteis. Ustedes lo creyeron. Oír, to hear. Yo lo oí. I heard it. Tú lo oíste. Usted lo oyó. Nosotras lo oímos. Vosotros lo oísteis. Ellas lo oyeron. Ya terminé la lección. I finished the lesson. Hasta luego.